Hello, all you Conan Exile fans out there. It's Granny Gamester back with another beginner's guide to Conan Exiles, and I am playing on the PlayStation 4 single player. And in today's guide, I'm going to talk about Star Metal and Black Ice. Yeah, where you get these and how you get them. I actually get them both in the same place, so let's get right to it. I'm going to show you where on the map that I go. Now, meteor showers happen in this area right here, all the way up to here. Anywhere in here, you're going to be able to find meteorites with star metal in them. The thing about meteorites is that you have to crack them open. So it's a little bit of a process to get these. Now, as you can see, I have a bedroll here because this is where I come to get Delincia. And this is also Skyfall Ridge, and that's where the majority of your meteorites will fall. You'll have the showers here. So yeah, that's where we're going to head. But before we go up there, we have to prepare for the cold, and we do need some special items in order to break open these meteors. So let's go through what you need to actually go up there. And this armor that I have on is the Harcanian armor. Now you can get this at level 30. Just go into your feats. You want to scroll over to your armor and then scroll down to Raiders armors, and it's right on the bottom. It's a heavy armor, so you want to make sure that you can handle that. You can also pare it down with your Tinker's Bench if it's too heavy for you to carry. Yeah, it even looks heavy, but it protects you from the cold. You will get very cold, but you will not get to the point where you start to lose health. So it's good early armor for that. Now you will also need some berry pulp. Now, berry pulp is made at the fluid press by putting in either desert berries or highland berries. Either one is going to give you desert berry pulp or highland berry pulp. And the reason you need to take this is because you're going to get thirsty while you're up there. And when you drink water, it cools you off, and you don't need that to happen. That's going to cause you problems. So bring a lot of the berry pulp with you because it takes quite a few. I think it takes 5 to actually fill up your water circle up there. So take at least, yeah, I used to bring like, I don't know, 20 or so with me to make sure I have plenty. You can also bring a spiced food. I chose the spice shredded roast because it's very easy to make and everything is readily available for you. Now you also need to bring the steel pick, and to crack it open you can use either explosive arrows, you can use demon fire orbs in conjunction with either grease orbs or oil arrows. You don't need the grease orbs or oil arrows, but it just ensures that the fire orb will get hot enough to crack them open. Sometimes it will work with just the demon fire orbs, but I wouldn't chance it. Now you can also use exploding jars or exploding traps, which I have right here. There's a trap. There's what the explosive jar looks like. This is the demon fire orbs and the grease orbs. Now let me show you where you can make those, because you can make these relatively early game, the fire orbs. The only thing you need is at least a level 1 thrall in your alchemist bench to make these. And as you can see, it takes a water orb and a volatile gland. And it takes 5 of them to make just one. So volatile glands, as some of you probably already know, come from the little exploding imps. And if you harvest them with a pick, you have a better chance of getting the gland. And you also get them from the salamanders. Now the salamanders you're going to find here in the jungle along the banks here. And again, when you harvest them, use a pick, you got a better chance of getting the glands. And you can also find them around this part of the river here. Yeah, right in this area. And again, it's a pretty low chance that you get these glands. They're a very precious item, So if you see them as a drop, and you sometimes can, when you have killed enemies, by all means gather them very early in the game as soon as you can. Yeah, and collect as many as you can, because if you are going to go the um, fire orb to crack open these meteorites, and then you'll want to have plenty of materials to do that with. Now, I like to use the explosive arrows because not only are they accurate, uh, but they aren't that bad to make. Now, I have 20 here, and let me show you how you get those. You want to go into your feats and scroll over to your warrior, or yeah, your armor, or your weapons, I'm sorry. um, and you want to scroll all the way down to your archer, and then you want to scroll over and find your explosive arrows. Now, the prerequisite to this is, of course, you have the archer, and then you have the ability to make healing arrows and poison arrows. And of course, to make those, you're going to need to be able to make the light arrows. So level 29, 38, and you need to be a level 49 in order to make these explosive arrows. Now, I don't mind waiting to that because you cannot make anything from star metal until you are level 55 anyway, and that is when you are going to be able to make your star metal tools, which is right here. So you'll be able to make the pick and the hatchet and the hammer and the sickle. Yeah. So yeah, once you have that, just go into your carpenter's bench, because he's going to make the arrows for you, and is there right here. And as you can see, they take one arrow, our iron head arrow, 5 tar, 1 dragon powder, and 5 feathers. Now, dragon powder is the only one that might be a little problem to make. I don't really think so, because all of these items that it takes to make, you already have. You're already able to make. You've already had demon blood by the time you're this level. You've got plenty of brimstone, you've got plenty of crystal, and you've got plenty of steel fire. None of these things are hard to get. Steel fire just requires tar and brimstone, so that's very easy. And the other nice thing about that is when you make these explosive arrows, for every one that you make, and I'm going to make one right here, you get 10 arrows. Yeah. So as you can see, I had 3 dragon powders on me, and already I have 20 of the explosive arrows. Yeah. Now, when you go to make the oil arrows, if you want to go that route, those take glowing essence. If you've ever wondered what you what you can use that for, this is one of the things that you can use it for. And again, you can shoot those at the meteors and then follow it up with a fire orb, and yeah, it'll crack it open for you. Yeah. So yeah, those are the weapons that you're going to need. And then um, I recommend you bring your horse and your thrall. Your horse to carry a lot of the ore out for you, along with your thrall too, but you're going to need your thrall to help you kill the rock nose in this area. Yeah. So yeah, let's head on up, and I will meet you there. All right, so here we are at Stargazer's Crest. This is where I farm my Delincia and Cimmerian Berserkers. You might have seen that in one of my previous videos on how to get Delincia, and I will post that at the end of this video so you can see how I actually get up here. You can also get up here by attuning to this obelisk that is right, let me blow this up a little bit so you can see it, but it is right here. And then from here, you can make your way over pretty easily to this, especially at this level that you can do this. You should be familiar with this area anyway. So yeah, I like to have some extra boxes set up. You can actually set up a little processing area if you so wish, because this is where the meteor showers happen. and they will fall anywhere up in there. They even fall as low as here. Now, they will happen every 30 minutes on single player, but when it comes to a server, it's a little different. So you have to check into that to see what that requires for you on a server. But yeah, you can either wait around or you can start gathering. You can either work to get another Delencia or Sumerian, or you can check over here. And sometimes in here, there might have been a shower that just happened. And amongst all this iron ore, which you can also spend time gathering a lot of in this area, you can see a meteor. I don't happen to see one here this time, so there probably has not been a shower in this area yet, unless this is a one, but I don't know. No, that is not. They're usually pretty easy to spot, but this is just the lower area that you can find them. But where you really need to go is to Skyfall Ridge, which is in this direction. As you can see, there's my little base there. And you just want to head up this way. Now this is where you need the armor. Once you get up into this area, it starts getting cold. And this is also where you're going to find the black ice. Yeah. So you can also be harvesting this while you're waiting for the meteor shower to happen. Now I am cloaked so that any enemies here are not going to bother me, but this is why you need to bring your thrall with you, whichever one you happen to have, to help you fight these beasties. These guys are not bad, but this is where the black ice is over here, and there are some rock noses here. So you can have your thrall be working on taking those out while you gather the black ice. And the black ice, of course, is very obvious. It is black. Yeah. It's much darker than those. You want to take a pick. And any pick will work. And there you go. And there's quite a few pieces here. It should give you as much as you need. Unless you are building with black ice, then I would recommend you farm actually anywhere up in here. This is the best place to get it, actually, a Temple of Frost. But, you know, anywhere in the cold region, you will run into it. But here's a good area, and also, I think over in here. I'm not 100% sure, because I always come here to get it. Yeah, it's just so easy. And then if you can see that whole path up there, there is another whole patch of black ice up in that direction, so don't be afraid to go up there and explore. You will run into some more in that area. So, yeah, another thing about meteorite showers, you might not want to wait right here, because meteor showers can destroy your buildings if you build close to where they happen. And they will also kill you, and they will also kill creatures. Yeah, so you want to be careful where you build. Do not build near a meteor shower site. Yeah, I've done that before, and it was quite a shock. Yeah, destroyed my building entirely. I thought I was being very cool, but no, don't do it if you don't have to. So we're going to hang out down here. There is leavening agent here in this area. There's also hops to gather. There's coal. There's all kinds of things. And even if you wanted to raid some of the Sumerian camps that are down here on the Mounds of the Dead, you can do that while you're waiting for a shower to happen, because you can't miss the shower when it happens. That's for sure. It's very loud. You'll wonder what's going on. You can see the big streaks in the sky, and yeah, can't miss it. So I'm going to hang out here and wait, and as soon as we have a shower, I will bring you back. Well, there you go, guys. There's our meteor shower. It has happened. As you can see, they fell up there. I didn't see any come down here. We'll go over and take a peek just to see, but I don't think so. Yeah, now these things will be smoking, so they're pretty easy to see. And no. Now where they fall is also pretty random. Whether you actually have a shower in this area is by chance, of course. But I usually do not have any trouble at all getting one in this area. So let's go up on top and see what we can find. Now I can see one dead ahead. I think it is anyway. Yeah, it's stuck right to the side and you can see it's smoldering there. You're probably wondering, well, how in the world do I get that? There is a way to do it. There is a way to do it. It's not that difficult. So let's go and see if we can find some others. There's one right in front of us right there. And let's see if we can find one that's just out in the open here. So again, sometimes they fall right in this area also where the black ice is. So we'll go check there. And we didn't happen to get one right here this time, unfortunately, but that's okay. It did look like they fell more on that back side. So let's take a peek over there. Because sometimes they do, right on the back side of this peak, they do fall. So let's take again. There's one right over there. You can see it smoldering away. So already we have 3 meteors that fell. And sometimes right down in this area you will see them. This little ram is not going to bother us, but not this time. Okay, so here's this little guy right here. Now, as you can see, I can get pretty close without actually falling. So, yeah. But now I am. Now, you do not want to grab onto this little beauty because he's going to be hot. So, yeah, we don't want to do that. So let's get back up here where we can stand. And this is why I like the explosive arrows as well. Because you can get them from this angle pretty easy. Let's see if I can stand. Yeah, I can. All right, we can stand right here. Right here without falling. All right, so let's take out our bow and our arrow. And you want to put it right at it. And boom, it has cracked it open. So now the trick is to fall on top of it. Now that you have it cracked open. Oh, we make it. So all you need to do is climb back up. And get yourself positioned so you're standing right on it. Whoop. No, no, no. Get up there. Alright, there we go. Now I'm right on it. Now all I have to do is take out my steel pick and hack away. And there we go. Now as you can see, I'm getting 10 per strike. And I think you can get 12 to 15 strikes on this. So once we get this, we're going to see just how many star metal ores we get from this one meteor. And there we go. We're done. So we have 190 from this one meteor. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, guys. So let's see if we can hop on over to this other side here. And we'll just slip back down here. And we'll go up to where the other one was, out in the open. And we'll do that one. Now I will try to do this next one with the orbs so that you can see how that is done. It's a little trickier. And there he is right over there. And he is also kind of on the side a little bit. But definitely easier to get at. But I also am going to peek right over the top here to see if any have fallen a little more in a flat area. But I don't see any, so I think this one is probably going to be it. And there he is. And again, this one looks like I might fall, but we'll see. All right, so let's get out our grease orb. We want to take one of those. And you want to aim it right at the base, so it's pretty close. Right there. And then you want to switch over to your demon fire orb. Whoops. We gotta put that away first, Winnie. Grab that. Put that in your hand and shoot it right in the same place. And wait for it to explode. And boom. That takes it down. Yep. And you want to wait for that to all dissipate because you can take damage from that if you try to get near it too soon. It's still very, very hot. And the reason that these are so hard to crack open is because they came out of the sky through the atmosphere. Yeah, and that one seems to like to burn. It's the oil. Now, I may die in this process, yeah. So I am not even going to try to get that one, yeah, because I'm pretty sure I will. Now, there is another area that you can check out when they fall in this area, and that is down behind where we get the black ice. And it's down this way. Like I said, they can fall anywhere in this area. I was kind of hoping some would fall right out, you know, in the open, a little easier to get. And they usually do. You usually get a few. But as you can see, you don't have to crack open too many of these to get as much star metal as you're going to need. Yeah. One meteor shower usually will give you enough meteors so that you don't really need to wait for too many showers to get all that you need. Oh, and this is our, yes, he is our teacher of the Ymir religion. So you might want to chat with him. But you can also go down this way. And we may see some down here and we may not. But this is another area that they do fall. So you can follow this path right down around. Now there are saber-tooths down here. I will have to warn you of that. And you can see them right there. So we're not going down there because I do not have my thrall with me. There's also bears, but they do fall in this area as well. So you can check that out. And that is like right here on the map. So they will fall on the edge of the snow as well as in the snow. Yeah. So yeah, guys, it's as easy as that. Yeah. And I'm going to drink some water here. And yeah. So have yourself a good time. Come prepared and you'll get all the star metal you'll ever need. All right, guys, if you found this helpful, give me the big old like. And if you'd like to see more, just subscribe. And if you hit the little bell, you'll be notified when I post my next video. And I will leave a link to how to get to Lincia so you know how to get up here if you do not have your map room yet. And yeah, plus a link to this guide playlist. All right, guys, thanks again. And until next time, GG out.